Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to talk to you about my Jane Austen July TBR. So Jane Austen July is a month-long readathon all about Jane Austen, hosted by Katie from Books and Things and Marisa from Blatantly Bookish. I'm going to link their announcement videos down below because they also recommend books, and if you're not really sure what to read for a certain challenge, that might be really useful. I'm also going to leave all the challenges down below, even though I'm not going to do all of them. I don't know what July is going to be like for me because we have to start planning for the next school year, and because of coronavirus we don't know what is going to happen, so I don't know if I'm going to be extra busy or not this July. I don't want to put a lot of pressure on myself because last time I did that with the TBR Clear Out Readathon I ended up not doing half of what I wanted. So my plan is to read 3 books. So I'm going to do the first challenge twice, which is read one of Jane Austen's 6 novels. The first one that I'm going to read is Sense and Sensibility. I don't know a whole lot about this book. I know that it is about 2 sisters. One of them is a little bit more emotional than the other. And I know this because I caught the movie on TV one day and I was like, oh no, I know what this is. This is based on one of Jane Austen's novels. I don't want to watch it. So that's all I know about this book. But usually I do that with classics. I don't really want to know a whole lot about the plot. It's just so easy for you to spoil the story. So I just start reading them basically. Nevertheless, I'm very excited about this one. This is a Wordsworth edition and it's not very long. It is more or less the same as Persuasion, which I have in a different edition, but they're more or less the same. So I'm sure that I can read this and, you know, start and finish in July. I'm also doing the read-along, so there are 2. One is for Emma, but I've read Emma twice, and the other one is Pride and Prejudice, which I'm going to read on my e-reader. I've never read Pride and Prejudice, but I know this one because I've watched the film. Nevertheless, I think that reading the book is going to be a whole different experience. A lot of people say this is their favorite Jane Austen's novel, and I'm curious because I don't know if it's going to be my favorite. If you watch both Katie's and Marissa's videos, you have the schedule in the description box, so the chapters that you are supposed to read each day. So I am repeating the first challenge. And then I'm going to do challenge number 5, which is read a book by a contemporary of Jane Austen. And if you watch my latest book haul, you know that I got The Italian by Anne Radcliffe. I didn't get this because of Jane Austen July. I got this before it was announced, and I was just like, yay, now, you know, I get to read it in July. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. Like I said, I don't know what my life is going to be like in terms of work. I don't know if I'm going to be extra busy or not. And this one is not a really big book, but you know, the font is kind of small, so I don't know. I really don't know. It really depends if it's a slow burn or not, but hopefully I'll be able to start and finish this in July. Again, I don't know a whole lot about the Italian. I know that Anne Radcliffe was very famous at the time, and she wrote Gothic novels. It's just a lot of people don't talk about her. When they talk about Gothic literature, they never mention Anne Radcliffe, and she was very famous at the time. So that's what I know about her. I know that Jane Austen mentions one of her books in Northanger Abbey, but I don't think it's the Italian. Maybe it's the other one. The Mysteries of Udolpho. Am I pronouncing it correctly? I think this is the one she mentions, but again, I don't even know how I know that because I haven't read that book. But yeah, so I know that Anne Radcliffe was older than Jane Austen, what, 10 years, 5? Not even sure. I'm very curious because not a lot of people talk about her. So these are the 3 books that I'm planning on reading. The last 2 challenges, challenge number 6 and number 7, is about watching a film, so a direct screen adaptation of a Jane Austen book, or a modern screen adaptation / retelling for challenge number 7. This is something pretty easy to accomplish, but I don't want to force myself to watch something if I'm not in the mood. I will most likely watch something and you will know because I'll either vlog or do a wrap-up, but right now I'm not really concerned about that. If I feel like watching something at a time, I will, but I don't want to just decide right away because I might change my mind. I'm like that, you know, I have to accept it. And that's it for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you are planning on participating, because I did it in 2018 for the first time, and last year I couldn't actually do it because I was writing my thesis and I was very stressed at the time and just didn't want to start something that I couldn't finish. So this year I'm back and I'm so excited, especially because Sense and Sensibility is one of the classics that I wanted to read in 2020, and I was saving it because I didn't know if Jane Austen July was happening or not. So thank God it is, because now I get to read this sooner than expected. And I was one of those people, I don't know if you are, but I was one of those people that just didn't like Jane Austen. Just because, you know, growing up, I don't like Jane Austen. When I was doing my master's degree in Anglo-American studies, I was like, yeah, nah, Jane Austen, boring. But, you know, it's not boring. I gave it a shot. My first Jane Austen was Persuasion, and I loved it. And I really think that it has to do with just reading it when you're supposed to. I tried reading one of her novels when I was like 16, and I didn't like it. I honestly, I was so bored and I didn't like it. And I think it was because I wasn't mature enough for it. And thank God that changed, and thank God I was intelligent enough to give her another shot, because now, you know, I'm just so interested in her life and I want to read all of her books. And if I have the time, I would love to read her letters as well. I just think it has to do with timing. So if you are one of those people that, I don't like Jane Austen, give it a shot. Try reading one of her books just for the sake of it, and maybe you'll love it. For me, it was Persuasion, which is her last novel. And maybe this is not the best place to start with. I don't know, because honestly, I haven't read all of her novels, so I can't tell you. This one was the last one. She was more experienced. Her writing style had suffered probably, you know, most likely a lot of changes, and it had developed. I'm not the best person to tell you which book you're supposed to read first if you haven't read any of her books before. But Claudia from Spinster's Library, she made a video all about where to start with Jane Austen, so I can link that down below as well. And that's pretty much it. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you are participating, if you're filming a TBR, if you have an Instagram that I can follow, if you're vlogging, anything. I would love to, you know, just talk to someone about Jane Austen. And I will see you very, very soon. Bye.